Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. Today I will be making some quick and easy spring home decor DIYs using mostly Dollar Tree items. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up, and now let's craft. Starting with my favorite project, I will be making a nice wall decor. Now from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use this wood circle, which I'm reusing because I ran out of these, but Dollar Tree does carry them. And I'm also using these little wood slices, which these are new to the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to paint the wood circle using some white chalk paint. I will be leaving the wood slices this color, and I'm going to just glue them all around the wood circle. And this is how it looks. Now I thought of making a tray first, which this is actually nice for a decorative tray, but instead I decided to do a wall decor sign, and I'm using these Dollar Tree poster stickers to put the word family in the center. And I'm adding some of these floral picks that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put this at the top, and then I added another small one underneath family. But that is it. Look how beautiful this turned out. For my next project, I will be using this little house that I recently found at the Dollar Tree. I also recently found this little book of crafting paper, so I am going to use one of them, this one that is like wood, and I'm going to just cut a piece and glue this in the center of the little house. To decorate this some more, I'm going to add some of the Dollar Tree Nautical rope, like at the top and at the bottom of the paper. Now I thought of using my Cricut to cut out something, but then I remember I got these little like stickers from the Dollar Tree, and I removed this little one right here, and I'm going to just add it to the center. To finish this off, I made a bow using this ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. And that is it for this little cute decor house. Now this is perfect to go on a tier tray. For my next project, I'm using this piece of wood that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it white using some white chalk paint, but I did add a little bit of water. Now this wood plank is perfect to add whatever you like to this. You can add Dollar Tree things, Hobby Lobby stuff, poster sticker letters, use your Cricut, but I had this thankful sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. This was actually a pack that had this thankful and a grateful in the back, but I have already used that, and I'm going to add this to the center of this wood plank. Then I'm going to add the little greenery, but instead of adding one at the top, one at the bottom, or like in the four corners actually, I am going to do 2 on one side and then 2 on the other one, leaving a small space in between because I will be making a jute twine bow and adding it on the center. And that is it. I absolutely love how this thankful sign turned out. Now you can add a hanger to this or just leave it like this. For my next project, I will be using this blackboard that I got from Walmart. I think it was under $4. And I'm using this wood home decor little sign that I got from the Dollar Tree to come in a pack. And I'm going to paint this white. And you can leave the border this color. I decided to stain mine using the Waverly Antique Wax. Then I will be adding the home sign, and on top of that, or not on top but above that, I will be making a wreath using some of the Dollar Tree nautical rope, and I'm going to just glue it on the sign. For the greenery I'm using, it is from Walmart. It is this lavender pick, and I'm going to just glue it all around my little wreath. To finish this off, I made a bow using the same Dollar Tree ribbon, and that is it for this home wall decor sign. Look how beautiful this turned out. back, I will be using one of these Dollar Tree signs. Now, I absolutely love these. They do come in 3 different colors, this white, and there's a brown and a black. I'm actually going to reuse one of them that I already made in one of my videos before. I will have the link to that down in the description box. But all I did was add some paint stir sticks that I painted using the Waverly Antique Wax, one at the top and one at the bottom. Now I'm going to put spring using these Hobby Lobby stickers. So I have these stickers from last year, and I used the letters for the word spring last year. And so now I have the leftover little stencil part, so I'm going to use these as stencils. You can make this sign different ways. You can make this vertical or horizontal. I'm going to put the little stickers going down, and I'm going to use a small paintbrush with black paint, and I'm going to paint over it. I let this dry for a couple of minutes, then I remove the stickers. And this is how it looks. Now I'm going to use some spring picks, or at least these lavender picks that I got from Walmart. I'm going to use 4 of these stems. I'm going to cut them, then I'm going to tie them together. I'm going to put these on the side, and I'm going to add the word hello. And I got this from Walmart. I am reusing this, and I'm going to paint it black. I use hot glue to glue this pick. You can use staples, but I decided to use hot glue. Now I'm going to just put this on there. I did burn myself a little. And then I'm going to make a bow using this Dollar General burlap ribbon. Dollar Tree does carry burlap ribbon that you can use. And that is it for this Hello Spring sign. Look how beautiful this turned out. For my next project, I will be using this square sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. I am going to remove the bead hanger. And this sign already looks beautiful as is, but I decided to paint the border using the Waverly Antique Wax. Then I will be using 2 of these picks. One's from Dollar Tree and one is from Walmart. I'm going to cut some stems off, make a small bouquet, and tie it together. Before I add this bouquet to my sign, I will be using these transfer stickers that I got from Walmart. I'm sorry, not Walmart, Dollar Tree. And I'm going to add the word bloom at the corner I recently found this Dollar Tree ribbon, so I will be making a bow and adding it to my little bouquet. And that is it for this beautiful spring home decor. For my next project, I will be using this Dollar Tree sign. I will be removing the beaded hanger thingy, and then I use my Cricut to cut out the word home. I'm going to fold this and cut this in half. This is going to make it easier to put this in the center and leave that one line blank in between. Decorate this, I use some of this Dollar Tree garland. I cut a little piece off and add one at the top and one at the bottom. And that is it. from Dollar Tree, I'm going to use this planter and I'm going to paint the bottom part using some white chalk paint. I am going to leave the rim this beautiful gray color. And I'm going to drill 2 holes, 2 on each side. This is where I'm going to add some handles. I will be using some Dollar Tree Nautical rope to make the handles. Now I'm going to dress it up just a little more, so I'm going to glue the rest of the nautical rope around the planter. I do want to mention that I'm using my planter indoors, so I will be using some fake greenery. But if you want to use this outdoors, I do recommend you sealing the paint first. And use a heavy duty adhesive to glue the nautical rope. For the greenery, I will be using these 2 beautiful lavender picks that I got from Walmart. They were $3.47 each. I will be adding some floral foam just because this planter is pretty big and I don't want my greenery to get lost inside the planter. And that is it for this gorgeous planter. For my next project, I will be using this beautiful sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now this is already beautiful, so all I'm doing is making this more my style. So I'm going to remove the little cactus planter, and I wasn't careful, so I did rip some of the paper off. And I do try to fix it by just placing it back in there, but as you can see, you can still tell a lot. So to cover that up, I decided to use this little planter that I got from Michael's. I did get this after spring last year, so this was very inexpensive. Now the next thing I will be doing is just using this hammer to make this a little bit thinner. As you can see, I almost messed it up because I hit it too hard. So I just left it alone and decided to use it like this. Before I add this to my sign, I'm going to add some jute twine around the top part of this little planter. Now I'm going to just use some hot glue to glue my little planter. And what I love about this is that you can use this all year round by just switching the little greenery. So for right now, I'm using this beautiful lavender pick that I got from Walmart. And to finish it off, I will be adding this little jute twine bow. And look how beautiful this turned out. My next project is definitely one of my favorite ones. So from Dollar Tree, I will be using one of these Valentine decor signs. I know this is from Valentine, but Dollar Tree does carry similar ones all year round. It's just depending on the season what they might look like. So I'm going to start by removing the paper. The only reason I removed it was because it was already peeling off, so I decided to just remove it. I will be using the other side, so I did remove the sticker and then I paint over this using some white chalk paint. I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. Meanwhile, I'll be working on my next part, which I will be using some Dollar Tree wood planks, 6 come in a pack, but I'm only using 3. Out of these 3 pieces, I will be making 6, so I am going to cut these, and I do want 3 to be a little bit bigger than the other ones. To cut this, I will be using my handsaw and this meter box, which I got from Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those. But they are very inexpensive and they're so easy to use. So now I'm going to paint 3 of my wood pieces, the larger ones to be exact, white. And then the 3 other smaller ones, I will be using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Steel. And this is how they look once everything's dry. Now this is the way I'm going to arrange the wood planks. Gray, white, gray, white, gray, white. For the word spring, I will be using these Dollar Tree poster sticker letters. So I decided not to use an eye, and instead of that, replace it with this little pick I'm making. I did cut several of the lavender and the greenery from my planter. I'm using some jute twine to tie everything together. Then I will be making a small jute twine bow and add this to my little floral pick. And look how beautiful it's turning out. Now the next thing I did was just glue these little wood slats, and the way I'm doing it is I'm going to overlap them, but just a tiny bit to where you can still see the words. And I'm using some Jenga blocks on the back for extra support. To finish it off, I decided to add some of this beautiful Dollar Tree burlap ribbon, and I'm going to glue it all around the bottom piece. You don't have to, I just decided that I needed something else. Like I felt like it looked too plain. But other than that, that is it for this beautiful tabletop spring decor sign. For my next project, I will be using this Walmart wood plank sign, which was $6.68, but Dollar Tree carries signs that you can use instead. I decided to use this because it's already colored gray, so I didn't have to paint anything. Plus, it goes well with the rest of my DIYs. I'm going to start by removing the sawtooth hooks on the back and then add them on the other side so I can use this sign horizontal instead of vertical. I'm going to add the word home in the front. So for the letters, I'm using these beautiful burlap letters that I got from Walmart. They were either 97 or 98 cents each. And I'm only using the H, the M, and the E. For the O, I will be making a small little wreath using this grapevine wreath that I got from Amazon. I'll have the link down in the description box in case you want to check those out. They were very inexpensive. Now I am going to use some of the same lavender greenery pick that I use in my other DIYs. I am not going to add all around the wreath. I'm going to just add some on one side and some on the other side, leaving a space in between so I can add a small bow. To make the bow, I'm using this beautiful lavender polka dot ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, or I think Walmart. I don't remember, but I did get it from either one of those stores. And I'm going to just make a small little bow and add it to the center of my wreath. To add my wreath to my sign, I decided to use a nail and just nailed it and then just add it there so then I can use my sign all year round and just change the wreath. That is it for this beautiful home decor sign. Going to be making a tray, and I will be using 6 of these 18-inch wood slats that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to start by cutting one of them in half. These 2 pieces are going to be the bottom of my tray. Now I'm going to start gluing all these wood slats together, and I'm going to use a combination of wood glue and hot glue. Now I'm going to add the bottom pieces, and I'm using again a combination of wood glue and hot glue. Now the only reason I'm adding this is for extra reinforcement and because this is going to give my tray a little stand. I'm using a wet napkin to clean some of the wood glue just before it dries. And then I'm going to make holes on the side. This is where I'm going to add my handles. Now I did use a drill for this. I actually had some other drill parts, I don't know what they're called, which actually made holes, but I didn't think of that until right now that I'm doing my voiceover. But with this little drill thingy, that piece I had to go over and over to make the hole bigger, and I did have to do this like 3 times or 4 times because I'm using a nautical rope from the Dollar Tree for the handles. Before I paint this, I'm using a piece of senshi to go over some of the glue residue. And to paint this, I'm using the Waverly Antique Wax. Like I mentioned it earlier, I will be using the Dollar Tree nautical rope for the handles. Once I am done doing the first handle, I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. And that is it for this beautiful decorative tray, and you can use this all year round. For my next DIY, I will be using this Dollar Tree wood circle. Now, if you can't find these, you can always go to Amazon. They do sell similar ones to these. I will actually have them linked down in the description box in case you want to check them out. They are very inexpensive. I will be making a stripe in the center, so I'm using this Dollar Tree painter's tape, and I'm going to put the word hello at the top and do like a reverse stencil. I think that's what it's called, but it actually didn't go the way as I planned. You will see in a minute why. But I am using this hello sign that I got from a previous DIY I did a couple of weeks ago. Another option you can use are the Dollar Tree poster sticker letters. Now, I was going to use those, but I didn't have 2Ls, so I decided to just use this hello sign that I already had. I'm using the Waverly Antique Wax to paint the top and the bottom. The next thing I did was remove the hello sign, and then I put tape on the other two sides so I can paint the center white. I do not know what happened to that footage, but I did do that. And I'm also going to go over the hello letters because, as you can see, it did bleed through and a lot. You can't really see it here, but in person it looks so bad. And I use a tiny brush and white paint to go over the letters, and honestly I think that it makes it look so much better like this instead. For the word spring, I'm using these wood sticker letters, or at least they look like wood. I got these a while back from Hobby Lobby, and I actually got these on clearance for $2.74. And look how beautiful this is turning out. Now the next thing I will be doing is adding some greenery, and I'm adding this beautiful lavender one that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to just cut 4 stems off. As you can see, this one has 5, but I am going to use 2 on each side, and I'm going to tie it in the center using some jute twine. I'm using hot glue to glue this, and I will be making a small little jute twine bow to add this to the center, so like that it is going to cover that space it has in between them. The last thing I did was just put a piece of string back on the holes for the hanger, and that is it, guys. That is it for this beautiful hello spring sign. My next DIY is very easy and simple to do. Now I'm going to use this jar that I already had. I honestly don't even know where I got this from, but it does not have a lid. I think it did came with one, but I have no clue where it's at. I don't need it, so that is okay. But Dollar Tree does carry some jars that you can use instead. So I'm going to start by painting this using the Waverly chalk paint. And as you can see, I didn't paint the part where the lid goes. Once this was dry, I used a sand sheet to sand it out, and this made it look more farmhouse. Now the next thing I will be making is a little tag to go on this, and I'm using a large popsicle stick that I got from Walmart. I'm going to make my own little tag. I use a drill to make a hole at the top. Now I'm going to use these little transfer little greenery that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add one at the top and one at the bottom. I then thought I was gonna put the word bloom there with this paint marker, and I did put it, but as you can see, you can't even tell. So instead, I decided to paint that entire little part white to make like a little stripe or strip, or yeah, something like that. And then I used a foam sticker letter and I painted that using some antique wax, and I added that instead. Going back to the jar, I'm using some juice string to just wrap it around the top part. I had two of these Dollar Tree jute twine rolls. For some reason, one was thinner than the other one, so I decided to use the thinner one to put the tag. And I'm going to just tie the tag around the top part. To finish this off, I'm going to add a jute twine bow. Now to decorate this, I am using some Walmart picks and Dollar Tree picks. I did have another of that lavender pick from the Dollar Tree, so I decided to cut all the stems off and then just add them to the other ones I already had, which are from Walmart. And that is it for this beautiful spring decor vase. For my next DIY, I'm going to use this laundry sign. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and I actually got these a while back, but Dollar Tree is carrying similar frames like this that you can use instead. So I'm going to start by removing the plastic, and I'm going to remove the back. Then with my knife, I'm going to carefully remove the laundry sign. It left a little bit of glue residue, so I'm going to use a scent sheet to smooth it out. Then I'm going to go over it with some white paint. I wanted to incorporate some purple, so I decided to use this scrapbooking paper that I had. I got this from Joann's. So I'm going to just cut 2 small pieces so I can glue them on the side. I couldn't find my Mod Podge, so I decided to use this spray adhesive that I got from the Dollar Tree. When I removed the back piece, it did have some little, I think there were little nails, so I did use some pliers to remove them before I glued the back piece back. And to glue the back piece, I'm only using some hot glue. To decorate my sign, I will be using this home wood cutout that I got from Michael's. Not Michael's, I'm sorry, Hobby Lobby. As you can see, it broke, so I'm using some hot glue to just glue it back. And I also paint this using the antique wax. To decorate this some more, I will be using some lavender picks that I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to tie them in the center, and then I'm going to glue them underneath the home sign. And to finish it off, I'm going to add a small jute twine bow in the center. And that is it for this beautiful spring home sign. I will be using these craft woods that I picked up from the Dollar Tree back when everything was still $1. There is 2 different sizes here, but now that I think about it, I could have grabbed another of the bigger ones and cut it in half to make 2 of the smaller ones. I will be making a box planter, so I will be using some wood glue. But to speed up the drying process, I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue so I don't have to let this dry overnight. Now for the bottom piece, I am going to use 3 of these large popsicle sticks. I got the pack from Walmart, and I'm going just to cut them to size. Then I'm going to just use hot glue to glue the bottom. I didn't use wood glue just because I know I'm not gonna add anything heavy inside of this. So I started by gluing 2 of the popsicle sticks first, and I did glue them more towards the sides, so there is going to be like a small space in the center. Now you can leave it like that, but I didn't want to leave it like that, and instead of me adding another popsicle stick at the bottom, and it is going to make this uneven to where it stands, it's going to like not be even. So I decided to glue it inside instead. Now you can't leave it with just 2 popsicle sticks, but I just wanted to cover it up. Now once I have my little crate or box, I do want to show you the difference between the ones the Dollar Tree carry and the one I made, which is a little bit bigger, and in my opinion it is so much nicer. Now I'm going to use some white chalk paint to paint this. And I'm going to just leave it streaky with some of the wood showing, just to make this more like a whitewash. And that is it for this beautiful planter. I decided to just leave it like this, plain white, but you can add more details to this. Now for the lavender picks I'm using, I got these from Joann's. They are so beautiful and perfect for this. Now the best part about this planter is that you can use this all year round just by switching the greenery. For my next project, I was inspired by a wooded bead welcome decor sign that I seen at Hobby Lobby. And I am going to just make this a little bit different. I'm using this oval wood sign from the Dollar Tree and this welcome sign. that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was $1.49. I'm going to just glue this in the center, and then I'm going to use some wood beads. Well, they're half beads that I got from Amazon. I'll have the link down in the description box in case you want to go check those out. And I'm going to just glue these all around the sign. Alright, so I decided to do mine plain and simple and just paint the entire thing using white. But if you want to paint this a different color, you can always glue the welcome sign at the end and paint it a different color. Now the next thing I will be doing is gluing a little hanger, which I will be using some Nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. And that is it for this beautiful welcome sign. For my next project, I will be using this 8x10 canvas that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the plastic and the staples. Now to remove the staples, I'm using this little tool that I got from Amazon. Once again, I'll have a link down in the description box in case you want to check that out. Using this tool makes it so much easier to remove the staplers. For this project, I won't be using the canvas part. I will be using only the wood part or the frame. And I'm going to paint this using the antique wax, but I will be using the paintbrush that I used earlier to paint my crate, which still had some white in it. I did try to remove most of it, but I left some of it on there. And I absolutely love the color this turned into after mixing a little bit of white with the antique wax. Now for the back, I decided to use 6 of these large popsicle sticks. These are the ones I use in my wood planter, which I didn't show you which ones, but these are it. And I'm going to just paint these using some white chalk paint. Now for the back, you can use the canvas part to make this. You don't need to use these large popsicle sticks. I'm going to give these a light coat of the paint, and I'm going to leave it streaky, leaving some of the wood showing to make this look whitewashed. Once I am done, I'm going to just set these aside and let it dry. After they are done drying, I'm going to glue them to the back of the wood frame. And I'm only using hot glue for these. One thing I did before I glue these, I just arranged them where I wanted them to go, because some of them were like bent, so they look like they were higher than the other ones. Hopefully I made sense, but hopefully you can see what I'm talking about here. So that is why I arranged them first and then glued them. And this is how it looks. Now you have a blank canvas and you can add whatever you like to this. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to add to this. I wanted to add like a planter on it, and then I wanted to add some greenery on it, but I feel like I do a lot of that stuff, so I decided to use this little wood shaped heart. Oh, it's not even wood, it's paper. I removed this out of a decor sign from the Dollar Tree, and I kept it just because I knew I could use this as like a stencil. Once I was done tracing it, I then used the color Lavender from the Waverly chalk paint, and I just painted the heart. Now first I thought of adding like a little clip so then I can add a little picture of me and my family, which I am going to do that, but I ran out of the little clips, so I need to go back to the Dollar Tree and get some. Now I do want to show you the Dollar Tree carries these little laser cutouts that you can use, but I decided to use the one from Hobby Lobby because they are a little bit bigger, just a tiny bit. I did paint this using the antique wax, and then I just glued this at the bottom. And that is it for this beautiful family sign. For my next DIY, I'm going to use 4 of these wood slats that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now, once again, I did pick these up when they were $1 each. I'm going to just glue all of these together, and I'm using a combination of wood glue and hot glue. So once I flipped this over, there was a lot of hot glue, or not hot glue, I mean wood glue. And before that dried, I did use a wet napkin to clean it up. Then I went ahead and used the white chalk paint to paint this. And once again, I made this streaky, leaving some of the wood showing to make this look more whitewashed. One of the wood slats had a pen mark, and I thought by painting this it was going to cover it, but it didn't. So I used a sand sheet to just sand it out, and it did remove it. And while I was already sanding this, I decided to sand the entire thing. I used a wet napkin to wipe it, but then I removed too much and I had to go back with the white paint. This next step was inspired by Crafts by Kaylin. She recently did a large sign and she added a stripe of a different color with a bless sign, which that is what I'm going to do. I'm using some of the painter's tape because I want this to be even, and I'm using the color Lavender from the brand Waverly Chalk. And look how beautiful this looks. I absolutely love this lavender color. Now you can use a stencil and add something on the lavender stripe or on the white stripe. You can use either one. Here I'm showing you that you can use either one. And I decided to use this bless sign that I already had and was already painted with the antique wax. Now I don't know, and I try to look for the clip right now, but I couldn't find where I added the greenery. It was just some greenery that I already had. I put it together, I tied it in the center and glued it to the sign. In the space that the greenery has, I will be adding this beautiful bow that I'm making out of this beautiful burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It's very easy and simple to do. And that is it for this beautiful blessed sign. boards. I will be using 2, and I'm going to use 2 of the 5x7 canvas. I'm going to start by removing the staples from the canvas. Now, I did use this little stapler remover that I got from Amazon, which I absolutely love because it makes it so much easier to remove the staples. This wood is a little bit rough, and you can see the holes where I removed the staples, so I'm going to try to smooth those out using this sand sheet. Once I am done doing that, I am going to glue these on the sides of the wood planks. By the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure you guys already guessed what I'm making. Some of these boards are uneven. I did pick up like 6, so I tried to grab the ones that were the most even for this because I don't want my tier tray to be all uneven. To glue these, I am going to use a combination of hot glue and wood glue just because I want this beading process of drying to go faster. And like that, I can stain this today, not tomorrow. To stain my little tier tray, I'm going to use this wood stain. Now, I know this is for decks and outdoors, but I love the color, so I am going to use it for this. And that is it for this tier tray. I absolutely love how this turned out. The color is beautiful, and the best part is that you can use this all year round and for so many different things. For my next DIY, I'm going to use one of these little houses. Now, they did have 2 different ones, a dry erase and a black chalkboard, which I only seen this one. I am so sad that I didn't pick up the other one. Honestly, it was because I found this in a different aisle, and when I was looking at the footage, I seen it that it was hanging on the other side, which hopefully is still there when I go back. So this DIY is going to be very easy and simple. All I did was paint the frame using black paint, and I did use my Cricut to cut this love grows where it's planted. I thought this was perfect, but Dollar Tree does carry so many different things you can use to decorate this little house. And what I love about this house is that you can actually flip this around, paint the back, and add something else. So you can use this both ways. And that is it, guys. That's all I did. I didn't add anything else but the words because I thought this looked so beautiful just like this. My next DIY is going to be another easy and simple one. Now, I grabbed one of these hanging blackboards, which they carry this in the blackboard, and the dry erase board, which is white. And these are also similar to the ones that Dollar Tree already carries, but they are a little bit bigger than the other ones. I'm going to paint the white frame using some white chalk paint. Since I'm not planning on hanging this, I did remove the little hanger. Now, there's so many different things that you can use to decorate these little blackboards, but once again, I decided to use my Cricut. The image says fresh flowers homegrown. I think this was perfect for the theme. And that is it, guys. That's all I added. I think this looks so simple and beautiful. I was so excited when I finally found these picket fences, which I think these things look so cute. Oh my god, trying to remove these little staples off of this is really hard. I tried and tried to pull and I just couldn't. So I did have to use my little staple remover, which that actually worked. I'm going to paint my little fence using some white chalk paint, and to decorate this I'm going to make a little wreath. The little wreath I made out of the Dollar Tree jute wire cord. I made a circle and then I glued some lavender picks that I grabbed from Walmart, which these little picks come 2 per little pick, or 2 per stem. Is that how you say it? But anyways, I did have to cut these so I can glue these individual one by one, going around the entire little wreath. Now, to make this a lot easier, I did use this little silicone mat. The little mat is from the Dollar Tree. And that is it, guys. Now the last thing I added was a little clear hook that I got from the Dollar Tree. This is so I can hang my little wreath, and plus you can use this little fence all year round just by switching the wreaths. For my next project, I'm going to use this ceramic vase that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now, I honestly got this like about maybe 2 years ago, and I know I'm barely using it, but I felt like this was perfect for spring since it is green. And I'm going to make this into 2 tones. So the top part is going to be white, and then the bottom part I'm going to leave it green. Using the Dollar Tree painter's tape, I'm going to put some around the vase. Now this does have dents, so you do have to press it down. If not, the paint will bleed through. To finish it off, I'm going to add some jute twine to the top part, and that is it for this vase. For my next project, I'm going to use something I already used before, but it's one of the little Dollar Tree decor signs that have the little cow, and inside it says Farm, Sweet Farm, or something like that. I did paint the inside white, and then I used a large popsicle stick to cut it to size and then glue it at the top. I was going to leave it the color of the wood, but then I decided to just paint it white instead. Then using the Dollar Tree little stickers, I'm going to put grow. The last thing I did was just add some of the lavender little picks inside. And that is it for this beautiful tiny little decor sign. For my next project, I'm going to use this piece of wood. It's not from the Dollar Tree, but you can find similar ones like this at the Dollar Tree. To paint this wood block, I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in the color Lavender. Now, I felt like this was too in the blue side, so I wanted to add more purple. So I'm adding this apple barrel acrylic paint in the color Lilac Mist. These two colors made the purple I was looking for, and I honestly think it looks so much better. Now I'm going to put the word bloom. Now Dollar Tree does carry stickers that you can use instead, but I decided to use my Cricut once again and cut the word bloom. And that is it for this little bloom sign. And that is it, guys, for these easy and adorable DIYs. Let me know that in the comment section which one was your favorite, because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, bye.